Hey there, it's Casey Dimon, TaxSaleAcademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me on today's quick tip video. In today's quick tip, we're actually talking about the budget that is required to get started as a tax sale investor. This is one of the most common questions that I get, and I actually just asked again yesterday, how much money do I need to get started? And when I look at my YouTube videos, I actually did a video on this topic about 6 or 7 years ago, but in today's video, I want to expand on it just a little bit, maybe even update it a touch. So, how much money do you need? The truth is I cannot answer that question for you as much as I would like to say you need this amount of money exactly. Unfortunately, it just does not work like that. There are so many different factors that you must account for when you go to an auction. So, I've been to auctions before where $100 will buy you just about everything on that auction list. I've also been to auctions before where it takes $1 million to really even get going. So it just depends. If you're investing in Beverly Hills, California, your budget there is going to be much, much higher than when you invest in some rural city in the East Coast, right? So just take that in consideration. So what we have to think about, you have the area that you're investing in. You have the competition that is there. You have the property types that are offered there. You have the tax rates that are typical in that area. There's just some areas where the tax rates are crazy high. And when you account for the fact you have to pay 2 or 3 years worth of those taxes as the opening bid, that will also push your required budget up higher and higher. Here's what I suggest that you do. I suggest that you contact the county in the area that you're looking to invest in and ask them for a copy of the previous auction results. Go back 1, 2, maybe even 3 years depending on how often they have their auctions. Get those previous auction results. This will tell us all those things that we're looking for. It'll tell us, are the properties being sold even anywhere close to your budget, right? If you have $10,000 and everything's going for $500,000, you go ahead and scratch that off the list and move on. But in addition to that, what type of properties are being sold there? If you're looking for houses and they sell vacant land, again, you can move on. It also tells us the competition. Were there 50 or 70 bids placed on every single property? Again, maybe you should move on, right? And then, of course, the last thing, it'll help us to understand the margins in that area. If stuff's selling at market price, we probably don't want to invest there in the first place. But once you have all those things dialed in, not only will it tell you those 4 things, it'll also tell you how much money you need to participate in that area, right? There's a lot of areas that you can go after very, very cheap. Typically, there's going to be the more rural counties that usually don't offer online bidding, which really limits that competition. In those areas, you can get in for a few $100, really $300, $400, $500 can really get you going. Now, I've got videos posted on my YouTube and over on my website where I've purchased properties before for 1 penny. I did that one time in my career. Obviously, right place, right time type situation, but I've also have videos. I've got a podcast video where the best day of my tax sale life, multiple properties for $20. Now this doesn't happen very often. It actually happens very, very rarely. But what I'm trying to illustrate is that you don't have to have $500,000 or $10 million to get involved in this business. It's an absolutely incredible business. And I promise you, the budget required is probably going to be much less than you actually think if you're in the right areas. Unfortunately, what a lot of people do is they get 1 or 2 areas that they want to focus on, and those areas just way out of their budget to even begin with. They say, well, everything's selling for too much money. Well, the truth is, everything's selling for too much money in the specific area that you want to invest in. So find another area, find another property type, find another objective for your tax sale investment business. Guys, I really hope this has helped you out. My suggestion, again, review those auction results list and really kind of re-engineer what happened for those auctions, what the properties are selling for, how much they're going for, and then of course that will allow you to determine exactly how much money you need in order to participate successfully in those areas. Again, I hope this helps you out. For more information on tax sale investing, head over to TaxSaleAcademy.com. While you're there, you can grab this book right here, the Tax Sale Playbook. The book itself is free. Just cover the nominal shipping cost to get it from our warehouse to your front door. Again, that's TaxSaleAcademy.com. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.